Nobody was more excited to see HBK return to the ring than me.
Shawn Michaels is the world's champion. Do you believe in miracles?
A lot has happened between the two of us since you kicked me in the face. I've attacked you.
And a low blow by Jericho. Wild chair shot.
You've attacked me.
Shawn Michaels tattooed Jericho.
Come to this ring and speak to me face to face.
Ask and you shall receive.
I wanted to be just like you, Shawn. Pretty soon people were saying that I was going to be the next Shawn Michaels. I grew out of wanting to be the next Shawn Michaels. And I concentrated on becoming the first Chris Jericho.
Oh my God, a chair shot right to the face of Shawn Michaels.
You tried to be the hero one too many times, Michaels.
Look out! Oh, some sweet chin music.
I'll see you at WrestleMania.
So it's on. HBK, Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Chris Jericho, a man, takes responsibility for his actions.
I am better than you, Shawn.
A man doesn't hide underneath the ring and jump another man from behind.
I'm more charismatic than you, Shawn.
A man looks the other man in the eyes.
I want to end your career at WrestleMania.
Chris Jericho, get ready, because I'm coming to fight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
What a night this could be, King, for Chris Jericho. He was the first undisputed WWE champion. A kid that was actually born in New York City, and he grew up his whole life as a WWE fan. The one star his whole life that he emulated from day one is his opponent tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing 225 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Do you think that Shawn Michaels is ready to play? Oh, look at him. Shawn has always been a showstopper, but this match could be a show stealer. Arguably, both these men in different circles are considered pound for pound the best in the business. Shawn Michaels was the first ever Grand Slam champion, winning every major championship the WWE has to offer. A severe back injury that necessitated major surgery looked like it had ended Shawn's career right after WrestleMania 5 years ago.
Wow, he's back with a blast now. You know one thing about Shawn Michaels, he becomes a different man at WrestleMania.
If one were to make a list of dream matches, this one would be very high on that list.
I'll tell you, JR, Chris Jericho has done everything he can to antagonize HBK. I mean, he went from telling him how much he idolized him as a kid to sabotaging HBK's Royal Rumble ambitions.
When you're talking about Jericho and HBK, you're talking about two men who are head and shoulders above the competition.
Oh, this one will be as close as it can get. These two are so evenly matched, so similar in styles. It's impossible for me to pick a winner.
Oh, what impact on that one.
Oh, reversal. Oh, he's putting those educated feet to good use.
And there he goes.
You hear how his leg connected?
You gotta wonder if HBK's entrance, with all the pyrotechnics, with these 54,000 plus fans on their feet, is all getting in the head of Chris Jericho.
No, I don't think you have to wonder. Chris Jericho feels that he's more charismatic than Shawn Michaels. He feels that his skills have surpassed those of Shawn Michaels. But when you hear 54,000 people roaring and standing on their feet for Shawn Michaels, it's got to give you second thoughts.
Shawn Michaels has made a career of being in this situation, with his back against a wall, competing with the best of the best on the grandest stage of them all. And yet he always finds a way to overcome any obstacle.
Well, they don't call him the showstopper for nothing. But at this point, I think HBK should just be happy to escape with his health, let alone his career. Wow, Jericho is so slippery.
Looks like the bullseye is on the midsection at this point in the match.
Oh, and a big atomic drop. Ow, what an elbow.
Shawn Michaels was at one time one of the most controversial figures in this business. He has had many life-changing situations. Today, he is a role model. He is a man that takes every day and counts his blessings. But boy, does Chris Jericho have an opportunity to further establish his legacy.
You've been around Jericho enough, JR, to know that if you're not talking about him, he ain't listening. Y2J goes to Lover's Lane by himself. I mean, he's full of himself. Simply put, he believes that he is better in every way than Shawn Michaels.
Chris Jericho is a world-class athlete, no question. He made a name for himself on a global stage and is now looking. What we have here is a match where it's not about Michaels moving in.
Look out! Oh, the tide of this match has just turned, JR.
Chris Jericho is a world-class athlete, no question.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is impersonation the most sincere form of flattery?
Not when you can do it better than the original. Sweet chin music.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We got a cover. Michaels kicks out.
We're in the... feeling out process here. Who's going to get the advantage and maintain control? And there's the flying forearm.
Uh-oh. Michaels sees the opportunity. Classic Shawn Michaels. This could be it. This could be it. 2. That's 3.
Here is your winner, Shawn Michaels.
What an effort. What a match.
I knew he would do it, JR.
Sunday night, March 30th, will be a night that Jericho and, I dare say, Shawn Michaels will never forget as long as they live.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at this.
I don't believe it, but I'm damn sure proud to see that.
Never trust those young lions.
What a blatant cheap shot. Now, you talk about being a sick, pathetic loser right here at WrestleMania after competing in a match, perhaps the match of Jericho's lifetime, and he ends it with a low blow. That's damn sure sad by Chris Jericho.
Well, it's frustration, JR. I mean, this match has been years in the making for Chris Jericho, and it just didn't turn out the way he wanted it to.
When Stone Cold Steve Austin walked away from WWE, shockwaves vibrated the foundation of the company.
7 months ago, I told my boss, Vince McMahon, to take his job and shove it. But Stone Cold Steve Austin got tired of sitting on his ass at the house, and everybody said, Austin can take his ball and go home.
But when the Rattlesnake finally returned, he didn't come alone.
I didn't bring a ball with me. I brought a big fat can of whoop ass. I can guarantee you that I am going to raise more hell than I've ever raised in my life.
Before the Bionic Redneck could reclaim his superiority, another superstar was out to challenge his legacy.
Austin, do you remember the last 2 times you went one-on-one with the Great One? I whipped your ass not once, but twice. The Rock has done it all in this business.
The incomparable People's Champion. He's a leading man in Hollywood. Right.
The one thing that The Rock has not done is whoop that bald candy ass at WrestleMania.
The stage was set for the greatest rivalry in WWE history to enter Act 3.
It's like a cancer in the soul of The Rock. He has never beaten Stone Cold at a WrestleMania. It'll be The Rock. It'll be Austin one-on-one at WrestleMania.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Miami, Florida, weighing 275 pounds,
The Rock, arguably the greatest third-generation superstar in the history of our business. His late grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia, was a superstar. The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson, a tag team champion. This young man using the WWE to springboard to Hollywood stardom. But the one thing The Rock has never done, and I truly believe it's eating him alive, King, is that on the grandest stage that our business has to offer, The Rock has never, ever defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin.
At WrestleMania, you're right. And you're right, I have to agree with you. I think The Rock is obsessed with that now. It's become his mission in life.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He has earned the reputation as the toughest SOB in WWE. There is no one that has ever laced their boots any more intense, any more with a will to win than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, he's a rattlesnake, all right. He is one tough SOB.
Austin raised a country boy down in Texas. The Rattlesnake grew up wanting to be here, wanting to do this. This is Austin's life. This is the Rattlesnake's destiny. But the same can be said for The Rock. You can make a good point that who is the greatest WWE champion of all time? A lot of arguments, a lot of discussion can be had in that respect. But it very well could be one of these two men in the ring, and only time will tell. For the third time at WrestleMania, it's The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. If history is any indication, we are in for one hell of a fight.
The Rock just came back to the WWE after a 6-month absence. And it was a huge insult to The Rock with Stone Cold Steve Austin being named Superstar of the Decade by the WWE fans.
Stone Cold was right in the middle of showing his appreciation to the fans when The Rock interrupted him and challenged him to this match here tonight.
Austin has had The Rock's number at WrestleMania, and The Rock will move heaven and earth to erase that fact.
suplex.
Hold it up, end over end.
The big boot. What sickening impact.
Boy, he was able to reverse and get out of that.
And he strikes with a quick kick. Reversed. There's the kick.
Right in the kisser. Beautiful counter.
These two have battled for the better part of 8 years. Austin hosts 2 WrestleMania main event victories over The Rock. Will Austin make it 3-0 tonight?
Oh, The Rock will do anything. I mean anything to make sure he comes out on top tonight.
This is one of the great rivalries that in my 30 years in the business, I've had the privilege to witness.
I don't think The Rock can look back on his career with a clear conscience if he can't beat Stone Cold Steve Austin tonight. I really don't.
What a counter by The Rock.
And did you hear the impact on that kick?
Oh, he sucked him back in off that Irish whip, and you see the results. The rattlesnake is reeling here, fans. Austin's body has got to be racked in pain. But inside that ring, he'll never quit on you, folks. Stone Cold has never quit on any of us in his entire life.
Yeah, but this is WrestleMania, and The Rock is determined to beat Stone Cold at WrestleMania. Stone Cold may have to quit tonight. This may be the start.
The words "I quit" do not exist in Stone Cold Steve Austin's vocabulary. They didn't at WrestleMania 13 against Bret the Hitman Hart. And I can't see it happening here tonight. A thunderous spinebuster from the Brahma Bull. What an exclamation point.
The Rock is not letting up the attack.
Rock's hitting up.
I don't know. Look out! Here's a cover. Rock taking advantage.
They dodged that one. Look at him block the attack. When Austin returned to WWE, the Rattlesnake promised to raise more hell than ever before. But this match can't be going the way Austin imagined it would.
I think The Rock is hungry. He wants it more. And what we are seeing is a motivated Rock destroy Steve Austin.
Stone Cold is not one to shy away from competition or a challenge. Austin needs to turn the tide right now. This very second.
Oh, The Rock is so close that he can taste it. The weight of the
Brahma Bull, dropping the people's elbow.
reversal.
Now back into the ring. Bam!
Back into the ring now.
Stone Cold, here he comes. Austin with an axe-handle elbow drop.
I think after that, I'll be searching in my tights for a white flag I can wave. What an incredible lariat!
I can smell what he's smelling. The Rock is smelling victory here. He's applying the pressure.
Great hold being applied.
The Samoan drop with incredible impact. Bam!
The Rock is not letting up the attack.
Man, what a collision that was. He fights it off.
Do you think the Rattlesnake is jealous of the fact that The Rock's a movie star?
Stone Cold Steve Austin is a wrestler. That's what Austin's wanted to be all his life, and that's what he is. Steve Austin is a wrestler, as intense as any wrestler I've ever seen. I certainly applaud The Rock at being multifaceted, at being a star in Hollywood. I just don't think that our fans share that sentiment.
Well, The Rock has proven that he can do it all. WWE, movies, TV, you name it. The Rock is the total package.
That very reverse press. Look at Austin go. Austin makes the cover.
Uh-oh. What's Stone Cold gonna do? Look at The Rock. Those Hollywood good looks.
I don't think Austin cares much about The Rock's good looks or his Hollywood career. Tonight is about WrestleMania. It's about proving that Austin can still stomp a mud hole in The Rock and walk it dry. Stone Cold Steve Austin's career, his legacy, will always be measured against that of The Rock. It's unavoidable. And Austin wants to end all such conjecture tonight.
Oh, and The Rock might want to call his stunt double, JR. This isn't a movie, Rock. There are no second takes.
Back into the ring now. That one went wide.
Oh, The Rock's too fast to get caught in that.
And he hits the DDT. Just planting, just driving the head to the floor.
Bam!
This could be it. This could be it. And he threw a hard... right hand there. On the verge of victory. And he threw a hard right hand there. And he strikes with a quick kick. Slams him down hard. Well, now, could this be it? And he gives up his arm here.
No, not again.
A spectacular counter by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There's the cover.
Gotta be it.
I think he's finished. A big fist to the gut. A serious punctuation on that exchange.
He almost got the shaft, and then bam! What a reversal. And there are those famous educated feet.
Look at this. He's just barely moving. I'm not sure he can get back to his feet. He was able to reverse that. Stone Cold turns things around. Backdrop. Stone Cold. And DDT right on his face. A clothesline out of nowhere.
And he strikes with a quick kick.
That's it. He's done.
He's going for the pin. That's 3.
The Rock wins. The great.
Here is your winner, The Rock.
Seeing is believing, and we all saw it. We saw The Rock do what you thought couldn't be done, JR. Admit it. These 54,000 people thought it couldn't be done. They turned their backs on The Rock, and they thought he'd sold out. But The Rock finally beat the Rattlesnake at WrestleMania.